I don't know, just asking your coach about the guy you were when he recruited you to North Texas to where you are now. How would you describe that day from when you first started talking to him to where you are now, how you've changed, not just obviously physically, but mentally to where you could be in the position you're in right now?
I mean, I feel like that's the biggest part mentally, going against dudes like Cayman Rucker and Bo and Dez every day. Like, I mean, this helped me mature mentally this fall camp. Because those are going to be like the guys I'm going against every week. So, I mean, every day is a game day here. So, I feel like that's the biggest part since I've gotten here is just growing mentally. Physical too. I mean, it's a battle every day when we're out there. So, I guess that's it.
When I talked to you in January, you described coming here as being a little bit of a project, and you've kind of gotten past that. You're not so much a project that you're starting now. How have you gone from, in your mind, thinking maybe you were a project coming here to where you're starting now in that short period of time?
I mean, every day is a process. Like Coach Clem, he's big on thinking small, so every day is still a process. Still contributing, still have a role to fill in, but I'm just thinking small. Within a day, within a rep, just thinking small.
Do you feel any extra added pressure knowing that you guys have to give more time to quarterbacks this year, maybe than last with Drake Mayna in the pocket, but two quarterbacks who don't have as much experience as me?
I mean, I feel like we're all joining together good. I mean, it's all going to play out. But like I said, everybody's just thinking small. We're all focusing on our alignment assignment technique, focusing on what the defense is doing, the looks they're giving us, adjusting off that. Quarterbacks are adjusting off that. And I feel like we've been doing a good job, and we're just going to let it be seen.
Now, while there may be more pressure on the quarterbacks and you guys to help the quarterbacks, there might be less pressure knowing that you have Amari and Hampton running in the backfield. What does his ability do for the offensive line and making your guys' job easier in a way?
Not even just Amari. That whole running back room is it's outrageous. There's a lot of talent back there, but they make our job real easy. We make theirs way easier too. But I'm looking forward to the run game this year. It's going to be a show for sure. But yeah.
How have you guys responded to losing your coach, Randy Clements, for a little bit with everything he dealt with?
I feel like, I mean, it was hard for sure. Not really hard, but like it was something to adjust to. But like Kyle Fuller, having Corey Gaynor, Coach Lindsey coming down there to help us. I mean, they stepped in and we got the job done. And once Coach Clem got back, everybody was back in good spirits, like we were the whole time. And we just got back to work. I mean, nothing changed. Like we all knew the plan. Coach Clem reached out to us, and we just knew what it was. We had to come together as an O-line, as a unit, and as an offensive room, and even as a team, and just get through that, you know.
How much did you know about what he was going through?
I mean, he had reached out to us and like told us like a little gist of what was going on. Like I really don't know still. I mean, he's told us, but like that's not really like how do I say this? It's not really like the big deal. Like he wants us to focus on what we got going on here. Like he hated not being here, so like he made sure that our main focus was Carolina and doing what we need to do, and not him, because he was in good hands.
We're kind of getting, I guess, different perspectives with Kyle Fuller and with Corey Gaynor, who obviously was here last year. Obviously, you know Randy's coaching style and everything like that. What were some of the biggest takeaways you had learning from Corey and learning from Kyle?
I mean, when it comes to Kyle and Corey, they both played under Coach Clem. I mean, Corey a little less, but I mean, we all kept it simple, the basics, our everyday routine. I mean, nothing changed. Like having Coach Clem not here, nothing changed. Like we know the standard, we know the routine. So, I mean, I feel like that's just our everyday thing. That's just standard.
Coach Clem was just saying that you have some meanness and nastiness to the way you play. Like, are those important qualities for a tackle to have, do you think?
I feel like that's for any offensive lineman. You got to have a chip on your shoulder. Because you got to think about it, like those DNs, they coming to make you look horrible. Like they putting these moves on you and stuff like that. So I mean, you got to have a chip on your shoulder, have an edge. You got to be ready for that. So I guess so.
On those DNs, they've been a big talking point this training camp. Who've been some of the toughest guys to block out there?
No, for sure. Right. I mean, all of them have had a great fall camp, but I would say one that stands out so far is for sure Ruck and Dez, and even Bo. Like he's a hard worker, but like just staying after with Ruck and just seeing like how he's gonna rush based off my position and how I'm setting and what I need to change based off that. I mean, kid, he's a freak, and his knowledge with the game and how he sets and just all that. I mean, we got some good edge rushers, for sure.
What's the challenge there of a guy that's maybe a little smaller than, say, a Des Evans with Ruck trying to get down to him?
I would say Ruck he's so powerful, and even like when he's shooting inside the B gap, just having to sustain him, and then when he's rushing the edge, like how he can attack your hip and how he could swoop up under you and swat the hands. He's just so quick and powerful. Like, I mean, he's gonna have a big season this year for sure.
Howard, did you approach Kanan about staying after and working a little bit, or did he come up to you and say, let's get some extra stuff in here? Like, how did...
I mean, before practice, I mean, in pass rush, we had some good sets, and I was like, let's just stay after, and I want to talk to you about how you approach me when I'm setting and stuff like that. And we stayed out here for about like 15 minutes and just chopped it up about that.
Yeah, pretty good mind to pick.
Oh, for sure, yeah. One of the best rushers we have, so why not?
Howard, how's it been having, obviously, Jakai Leffers coming in, during the summer, in the mix, with tackle? First of all, what, kind of sticks out about when you watch him play, and then how's it been having him, yourself, and Trey Green?
Jakai, he likes to finish. I mean, he runs off the ball, good athlete, big dude too. So, I mean, he just made it more competitive. Like, I mean, he also wants to come in and take somebody's spot. I mean, nobody's spot has been, like, labeled. So, I mean, it just made everybody work harder, and that's just a standard in our room. Really, like, everybody works hard. Like, we can't have no off days. You know what I'm saying?
Does the mindset change when you're switching between a lefty and a righty quarterback, knowing sometimes you're protecting his blind side and sometimes you're not? Like, I guess, how does that kind of change your role while you're inside?
Not for sure, but like Coach Clem said, we can only control what we can. We just got to block our butts off, no matter who's back there. So it's just alignment assignment technique based off what I have out there, and I just got to block them.
How did those alignments change, I guess?
I mean, it just depends. Like, when you have a ruck out there, you got to be ready for the speed bull. Same thing with ball accent. Dead, you got to watch for the spin, things like that. I mean, it just depends on what you have out there. Like I said, alignment assignment technique, and just being ready for that. And I feel like our Indy, since we do it so quick and so intense, it gets us prepared for that. And Coach Clem is like big on that. Practicing how you play. And every day is game day, so yeah.
One quick one. One name that's come up a lot is Aiden Banfield. Obviously, him being a true freshman. Mac was giving him a lot of props the other day. What have you seen out of him so far?
You wouldn't think Aiden was a freshman. I mean, he doesn't talk much, kind of like Amarion, but probably one of the strongest offensive linemen we got. He's a freshman, but I mean, the way he approaches practice, like, you think he's a big dog. Like, I guess he's him. I guess. But yeah, he's a good kid, but he approaches everything violent. Like, you guys D-line, like, he's violent. He's a violent kid with his hands in a good way though, for sure. Yeah.